No, he's talking about Klay. You know, niggas be like, yo, Klay Thompson fumble Meg the Stallion. And then we got to sit here and fake be careful with our words so that niggas don't feel offended. You rap about being a hoe. Mad rappers fuck you. And then Klay Thompson fumble. But we got to be politically correct.
What's going on, guys? JayeDeBlack here. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Make sure y'all like this video, hype this video, and share it because I'm going to address this Klay Thompson situation in this video because I'm seeing a narrative being pushed now. People are trying to insult him and who he is as a man, especially a lot of women. I notice a lot of women are mad, right? Especially a lot of Megan Thee Stallion fans because let's be real. Megan Thee Stallion was an icon to the extra average woman. Like, you had a lot of extra average women out here who looked up to her because, you know, they feel like she represents them, just the extra average female, right? And that's why they were rooting so hard for this relationship. And now that this relationship has crumbled, now they want to lash out. Now they want to attack anybody who is against Megan Thee Stallion. But you people don't buy her music. You didn't really go to her shows. She barely has a music career. Klay Thompson was going to be her like retirement plan, so to speak. They were apparently moving in together. He bought her a car. But that has all crumbled. Now, we've seen situations where couples break up and get back together. And I'm telling you this. If they are to get back together, it won't be because of Klay asking to get back with her. Let's be clear. Okay. She needs him more than he needs her. I know y'all don't want to hear that, but that's just the reality. She needs him more than he needs her. And when I'm looking at this emotion, not only did she put out the IG post, she made sure to send a statement to TMZ because she wanted people to know it's real. Now, I also said in my original video, I'll link it in the description box. I also will link my other video that I will do before this one about Lexi Brown trying to deflect. Nobody just randomly put her name out there. I do believe that she was trying to get with Klay. Whether they got together completely, I don't know. But with their smoke, there's fire. There's a reason why she didn't say anything for almost a day and just shut her comments down because she wanted to make sure, I guess, her and Klay got their story straight. But we'll know soon enough because Megan will probably put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Because she's going to use this definitely to her benefit. So I hope that Lexi isn't lying about having no involvement in this because the social media detectives are not going to stop and they're going to continue to dig. So they better make sure that there's no evidence putting them together. Right. So when I look at this whole thing, right, when I look at the fact that Klay Thompson has, you know, he doesn't really commit. Klay Thompson is in and out of relationships for the most part. He never really commits. So when you look at his relationships, his relationship with Megan, it's very clear that she was more into him than he was into her. That's just the reality of it. People don't want to hear that. People were so, especially her fans were so irrational. And they really thought that Klay loved her and she found the one. You mean the one who is being sued apparently by an ex-photographer? I think that's where he was, a videographer who sued her because she was having relations in a car with a woman and forced him to watch. Are we talking about the same woman that put a black man in prison for 10 years? We're supposed to overlook that. And the one thing that they're really pissed about is that they say people are celebrating her being cheated on. It's not the celebration of her being cheated on. It's the celebration of karma. It's the celebration of knowing we were right. This relationship was going to crumble in less than a year. Klay did not want a public relationship with her. He was more than fine keeping it private, but you can't keep nothing private with her because he's validation. He's a biracial basketball player. The ultimate validation for an extra average female who feels low self-esteem. Klay has always been a player when it comes to women. I mean, he hasn't wifed up any women his whole career. He wasn't going to start now. And you got to remember, he went through a tough stretch at the start of the NBA season while dating her. He was even benched. And I think he probably didn't feel like himself. There's a video clip. I might try to include it here. He's sitting at it said it was a it might have been a fundraiser, might have been her fundraiser, I believe. Some get together that I believe she put together, and she's sitting at the table with him and she's screaming and yelling. I guess she's trying to sing the song. He's sitting there nodding his head. The dude looked like he just wanted to be anywhere but there. Right. But the things we as men do to get some box. Now, I don't want to see this narrative. Now, I'm seeing some women trying to push this narrative, that he possibly may not be into women. They're only pushing that narrative because their favorite got her feelings hurt because she realized that he wasn't going to wife her up. A lot of you heifers are going to come to that conclusion sooner or later. And you're sitting there mad at men because you're claiming that we're celebrating. No, we're not celebrating the cheating, idiot. We're celebrating the karma. Get it right. We're celebrating the karma. Get it right. You're sitting up here mad, seething. And bro, you got women who are coming out as Meg Thee Stallion fans. I didn't even know were Meg Thee Stallion fans. Who they claim that that they're all about being impartial and down the middle. And next thing you know, they're seething too, because Meg Thee Stallion represents turning a hoe into a housewife, basically. That's just figuratively, right? Figuratively, quote unquote. Like you turning a hottie into a housewife, because every feminist ideology pushing heifer thinks that they could be in these streets and get slaughtered out and then become a wife. They all think this. Now they think that they can do that until their 50s, but they all think they can go from being a part of the streets to being somebody's wife. And that just don't work anymore. I think back in the days it kind of did, because women would get out of that phase early in life to the point to where you would never know that she was in the streets. But nowadays, women are trying to be in these streets until like their 40s or 50s. And by then it's too late. But with Megan, it gave them hope, because they said to look at her and look at all the things that she was doing. And she was still able to get with a Klay Thompson. Not understand that Klay just wanted to hit it. Klay is a man at the end of the day. He just wanted to smash. He wanted to conquer. That's what us as men do. We pursue. Now, did he lie to her and tell her he wanted a monogamous relationship? He probably so, because again, these dudes will say anything to get some. I'm not saying it's ethical, but it's up to you as a woman to realize that. It's up to you as a woman to look at a situation and say, you know what? I just don't think he's being sincere. But she just couldn't do it because he's a biracial NBA player. And it was just too much. It was the validation, the chance for validation, she just couldn't pass up. And you know what? There's an element of this that's really pissing me off. Women, before the situation, right? Women were out here saying that they're single until they're married. So if we were to apply the logic that Klay Thompson was single until he was married, did he actually cheat? But again, only men are supposed to be monogamous. See, women can cheat while they're in a relationship because they're not married. How do y'all see how nonsensical that is? But don't listen to me. Go on X, go on YouTube. There are heifers saying that they are single until they're married. So if that is the case, and you apply that to Klay Thompson, Wouldn't Klay Thompson be able to say he's single until he's married? But they don't want to apply that logic. And I don't care if the relationship was built on monogamy or not. You heifers are pushing, because it ain't us as men pushing this. You heifers are going on podcasts talking about you single until you married. So if that's the case, wouldn't Klay Thompson be single until he's married? Or if that just applies to women? That just gives women an opportunity to cheat, but not cheat, right? Because they'll say to themselves, well, I'm not in a relationship till I'm married. How do we know she wasn't dealing with other men? Y'all just going off of what she's saying. How did she find out he was cheating? Does she know who he was cheating with? Who told her? And I alluded to this in my previous video. Did she have him followed by a private investigator? How did she find out he was cheating? How would she have known? Did a girl that he was cheating with let the information leak, like Lexi Brown, who's pretending like she has nothing to do with Klay Thompson? That didn't just come out of thin air, by the way. It's just a situation that people just get caught up in. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Why did Klay Thompson unfollow Lexi Brown? What was he trying to hide? You see how this situation is, man. There's just a lot of hypocrisy here. It's a lot of hypocrisy. And I'm pointing it out because it needs to be pointed out. Now I'm going to go over Klay Thompson's rumored relationships, right? Now, back in 2014, he dated a female by the name of Hannah Stockton. Another female, Abigail Ratchford, 2017. Very short term. Laura Harrier, I think that's how you pronounce it, 2020. They were in a high profile relationship. And then after 2 years, they were done. 2019, Isa Gonzalez, they were linked to each other, 2019. Coco Jones, for 2 years, they were linked to each other. Apparently dated for roughly a year and a half, keeping a relationship relatively private. That's very interesting how Coco Jones went from dating him to being engaged to Donovan Mitchell. I wonder how, because they were dating privately, right? Coco Jones and Donovan Mitchell. I kind of wonder, okay, she's a singer, she get with him. But I completely missed the fact that she was dating Klay Thompson for 2 years. She went from I guess she got the basketball player bug. She went from Klay Thompson to Donovan Mitchell. Now she's engaged to Donovan Mitchell. That's interesting. And then he ended up with Megan Thee Stallion. Klay Thompson does not date women more than 2 years. He's in and out, right? I just don't know how Megan Thee Stallion thought that this thing was going to last. But in her mind, she really did. Her fans' mind, the people who support her as an extra average woman, they're pissed. But you have to understand, she's not wife material. She never has been, never will be. And for y'all to sit here and be mad at people that you claim are celebrating, no, we're celebrating the karma. She helped put a man in prison for 10 years. And we're supposed to overlook that? I don't think so. So y'all can be upset as much as you want to. But she brought this on herself. Now I got a question. Maybe y'all can answer in the comment section below. If the logic of women is they're single until they're married, did Klay Thompson cheat? Because he wasn't married. And according to y'all's newfound logic, a person isn't is single until they're married. So let me know what's in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on all my social media platforms, and I'll see y'all next one.